accidentally fell out of the window from the 38th floor. At that moment, the son-in-law was busy buying luxury bags for his wife. As soon as he got the call, he immediately put down the handbag, sold their house, and began raising money for her treatment. This scene was seen by his wife, who misunderstood and thought he sold the house just to treat his own mother instead of buying her a bag. Panicking, she rushed home in anger. By the time the man returned, the neighbors had already called an ambulance, but the mother-in-law's condition was critical, so the man had no choice but to personally take her to the hospital. Halfway through the ride, their path was blocked by a car. He got out to check, and to his shock, it was his wife. She casually stepped out of the vehicle. He hurried to tell her that her mother was in critical condition, but she thought it was his mother who was hurt, and immediately asked him to hand over his bank card, saying her brother was about to get married, and the money should be spent on important things. The man was furious. He scolded them for being heartless, not even caring about their own mother. Still believing he was lying, she insisted on taking the card. Seeing him dodging, she directly took out her phone and transferred the money herself. The man tried to explain, but she remained unmoved. With no other choice, he turned to call his father. Just then, her brother came up with an idea, saying the father's money was technically the man's money too, so his sister should quickly transfer that back as well. Hearing this, the woman felt it made perfect sense, and began fiddling with her phone again. By the time the man finished the call, the money was long gone. He confronted them, demanding to know what they were really after, but his wife coldly replied that he had no right to spend her money. Just then, the doctor informed him that his mother had fallen into a coma and urgently needed a blood transfusion. The man suddenly remembered his brother-in-law was O-type. He urged him to help. Upon hearing that, the wife flew into a rage, declaring her brother was too precious to risk his life for someone else's mother. The man roared back, saying they would live to regret this, but his wife remained indifferent, claiming the most urgent thing was to save her own mother. The man stopped arguing about money and ordered her to move the car so they could rush to the hospital. Only then did the wife and her brother reluctantly go to clear the way, but just as they moved, the ambulance broke down unexpectedly. The doctor said another ambulance would arrive too late. The only option was to find a nearby vehicle to transport the patient. The man quickly got out and asked his brother-in-law for the car keys, but was met with a storm of curses and even a beating from his wife. What they didn't know was that the person lying inside the car was their own biological mother, and they were about to pay a terrible price for what they had done.